All right, everybody, welcome back for another one. And I wanted to start this video off letting you guys know that I just decided to load the fucking bag on ELA. At this point, I've been so deep in Elasto's corner. I've followed the project since it came out. I've seen the potential. It's really one of a kind, very unique, and been in development for years. There's so many reasons to be bullish on it. But as soon as I saw this development with the global innovator community, with the World Economic Forum selection, I think that just kind of solidified to me everything that I've seen with Elastos. Because if people who are meeting with Ripple and all the world's giant companies, I use Ripple as an example because I think they are the most plugged in crypto company. But all the other major partners World Economic Forum has, to bring in Elastos is kind of just that stamp of approval, in my opinion. I think that the percentage returns there for Elastos are massive. Like the chances of it exploding are very high, and I think right now you're buying the literal bottom. It's basically been a bottomless pit forever. It seems like the price doesn't move, which is fine. Buying now is the highest risk to reward ratio. So I decided to really restructure my portfolio, which I will do a portfolio update here soon. All right, so don't want to talk about that too much, but wanted to let you know I'm really going in deep on Elastos. I'm a believer. So, all right, moving on. Another important thing that not many people have actually talked about is, for one, this tweet, XRP Crypto Wolf. Go ahead and follow him if you want some great XRP updates. But yesterday, he tweeted out saying, BitTrue will launch trading for Flare's Spark token this month for all XRP holders. As I've said on my channel, I've said you were not going to be able to trade the Spark token immediately. And that is the actual token. They're not going to be dropped until Q1, Q2 of next year. But BitTrue is basically going to be allowing IOU trading. So I think that this needs to be expressed in the XRP community. Everyone needs to know this because this is very important. All right. And what this is going to allow is the market to determine a value for Spark long before, at least on BitTrue, long before we even get our holdings. So you'll have a good idea of what you're about to get. You'll also have a good idea of what tax penalty or whatever is going to come along with it, right? That everyone is freaking out about. So I've seen so many people saying, hypothetically, they could drop the token at 1,000 and then immediately send it down to 0. So you have a tax penalty worth, millions or however much XRP you hold, and you get nothing out of it. That's not the plan, guys. This isn't some kind of conspiracy. There's so many conspiracy theories and paranoia in the XRP community. I love to have an open mind. I'll always take interest in them and determine for myself if I believe it's truthful or not. But geez, you guys can get fairly carried away at times. You know that. But all right, this is a great development. IOUs will be traded on BitTrue for the Spark token, and you'll definitely get the opportunity to have an expectation of the value you will receive soon. All right, and you can see CoinMarketCap has already listed Spark. Obviously, there's no information for them to post, but it's up there, and you will see this information updated very soon, I believe, because of the BitTrue trading. So other than that, one more piece of news, and then I'm going to get into the charts very quick and close this one out. So first and foremost, I think the most important development that I saw yesterday outside of the XRP news is 169-year-old Mass Mutual is investing $100 million in Bitcoin. Massachusetts Mutual Life Insurance Company has purchased 100 million in Bitcoin for its general investment fund, the latest mainstream firm to dabble in digital assets. The mutual insurer also acquired a 5 million minority equity stake in NYDIG, a subsidiary of Stone Ridge that provides cryptocurrency services to institutions, according to a statement. NYDIG, which already keeps more than 2.3 billion in crypto assets for clients, will provide custody services for Mass Mutual Bitcoin. All right, so two things to note here. First and foremost, this company, NYDIG, they're buying into is the same company that Chris Larson of Ripple has referenced to being the company he will use to custody his XRP. So there's some endorsement from both Ripple and now a 169-year-old insurance company. So I wanted to touch on this first and foremost because I have worked for insurance companies before, one that is also extremely old, in Equitable, AXA Equitable, you might have heard them. But anyway, this is important because insurance companies are typically very conservative. They have to invest in assets they believe have a long, basically very low risk and high potential of succeeding in the long run, right? That's how you survive for 169 years. All right. So let's take a look. The largest life insurance companies in the US, got Northwestern Mutual is massive, New York Life, and then Mass Mutual at number 3, right? The one I worked at, Equitable Holdings right here. So anyway, this is just extremely important because life insurance companies are known for surviving through the worst of times. So like this company, for instance, Equitable as well, have been through the Great Depression, 2 world wars, and so on. They just continue to survive because of the structure of their business model. So for them to be buying into crypto, if you needed a stamp of approval and you don't have much invested yet, there you go. There's your stamp of approval. It couldn't get more obvious than this of what direction we are going. Okay. I hope that clarifies for you that crypto is here to stay. All right. The charts. Best part. All right. So we're still getting this pullback on Bitcoin, just as I anticipated. It's crazy how these patterns and fractals continue to play out. I mean, if you come over here to the last little drop, growth and drop that we had in Bitcoin, seems like we're repeating the same exact thing again. I could see us maybe from here push up and retest at 20,000 once again. Still think we get rejected. Still think that leads to a lot more selling. Because when we can't go higher, we got to go lower to get more buyers. Basically how it works. Okay. So I think that is also going to affect the mining stocks, as I've said. We're seeing a pretty good pullback on Riot right now. It ran all the way up to over $11, $11.30, $11.40. And now we're pulled back to $8.69. So put this line here at 609. Green line is at 609. I think that will be key area to watch and probably where we end up for support. Maybe not. We could trade within the, I don't know. I think we do. But if not, we should hold in $7 area, maybe. I think we're going lower. All right. Same thing with Marathon Patent. As I said, thought we were going to get the pullback. We definitely are. I still think we have a ways to go. So what Marathon ran all the way up to $7. We're now at $4.80. My targets are more down here at the $3 level. So I'm patiently waiting, and I look forward to buying some more Marathon Patent, hopefully down at the $3 range. As for XRP, last time I looked at this chart with you guys, I had drawn this pennant. I was saying I thought it was going to break out. It indeed did, but it broke down, which can always happen. That's been the pattern here over and over. But as I said, it keeps just forming, another pennant. But just, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get the selling from XRP that everyone's calling for. I've seen a lot of people saying now, oh, everyone's going to dump because of Spark. But you got, major players on Twitter gathering polls, who's going to sell or who's going to hold. And it was like 80% holding, 20% selling. So for the poll that I saw, I don't think people are going to sell, because I think most people in XRP community, most of the holders, were not even expecting the Spark to begin with. It was just a pleasant surprise of free crypto. And also you got a lot of people that were paranoid, probably not even participating. So I don't know if I don't think this run up was even because of Spark. And I don't think it's going to cause more selling. The only thing I think that would cause more selling is just Bitcoin dumping more, right? I don't think Spark really matters, to be honest. All right. If you guys have any interest in Elastos, as I said, I bought down here. This looks like a great entry. If you look here, we've had great support dating back to a year ago. At this point, we've kept bouncing off this level. Besides the dip in March, seems like we're forming a solid head and shoulders here almost. So to me, look like a great entry point. As I said, I loaded up. I have more Elastos than I could have ever imagined, and that comes down to my other cryptos pumping first. That's why it's good to diversify between projects that you like, because if one goes up a lot before the other, then there you have it, a chance to get more of some different ones. So, all right. Once again, hope that was informative, but that about wraps it up. As always, please like and subscribe, share with your friends and family, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.
The only problem you're gonna have is that you didn't buy more.
What is a cashless society? What does it actually mean in a literal or high-level sense?
Money will become like these, relics of a different age, and will only be found in places like this. In other words, hard cash will disappear. It will become electronic, transferred by things like these.
Then Tracy is in Beijing to show us what a nearly cashless society actually looks like. Ben, good morning.
Mobile payment transactions in China reached a cumulative total of 277.4 trillion RMB in 2018, ranking #1 in the world, according to the recently released statistical report on internet development in China. As of June 2019, online payment users in the country reached 633 million. The cashless society is now approaching.
When's the last time you paid with cash? Well, chances are cash has taken a backseat to the plastic in your wallet and smartphone pay apps.
Denver 7's Ryan Luby explains the digital pay revolution and why not everyone is on board.
The cashless society, the cashless society.
The cashless society.
The cashless society is now approaching.
The cashless society.